Okay, hey everybody, welcome to our first team call of April. It has been a while since I've seen all of you. I feel like I'm always a hot mess when I do these calls. I'm either working, well, I'm always working, I feel like. I just took a shower, my hair's a mess, I'm eating blackberries. That's the beauty of working this at home. We can look however we want, we can eat while we're having our meetings. I totally needed a snack tonight. Been crazy busy. So, first thing first, let's go over some announcements. April's challenge pack is, if you haven't heard of it, you might be deaf because we've been blowing up our team thread with it and our Facebook page. You should be blowing up your Facebook page with it several times a week because there's no reason we all shouldn't be helping tons of people this month when they can get the all access pack for $160. And so what I started doing is breaking it down to everyone I'm messaging. So when you get 1 month of Shakeology and a whole year of programs, so for that month, they're paying $2 a day for Shakeology and 27 cents a day for a year for their workouts. So just for that one-time payment, they're changing their life for $2.27. And that is what I'm also sending them in a message because that value is crazy. You can buy a bag of chips for more than $2.27. And we all know we have some chips sitting in our pantry. So just saying, value is insane and people need to realize what they're getting and how it can change their life. We should be, telling them what it's done for us, get on the phone with them, let them hear your excitement. That makes a huge difference. So Super Saturday is this weekend, wherever you are in the country, get to it. It can either be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wherever you are. If you do not know how to find out where it is, let me know and I'll show you. Everything is on our coach office when you need to find something like that. But I will also let you know where it is. This will be my second one I have not been able to go to, and I'm super bummed about it. One of my best friends is getting married, and her wedding shower is this weekend, and all of us bridesmaids are putting it on. That is the date she picked, so I have no choice. But well, you can't see my kitchen, but I have been chopping vegetables all night long, literally probably for 2 hours, and making tea. So that is at noon on Saturday. So if it had been earlier or something, I would have totally gone to both of them. So anyways, but going to these events, I can't stress enough how important they are. They get you fired up. You meet new coaches that you didn't know were in your area. You learn about new products. They should be coming out. They're going to announce this weekend a new health product and a new fitness program. So you always can hear people tell their stories. It's fun. We do a workout. Depending on where you are, you might have a little bit of training if you go to a bigger event. So it's just a lot. It's just super important. It's just you're a CEO of your business and you should be acting like that and going to these events. It's like 2 hours. So it's not, a ton of time, and it does make a huge difference if you allow it to. Okay. So I'm going to try to be quick tonight. And not go over 9:30. You guys know I like to talk. Okay, so what are we talking about tonight? I want us to dig deep and treat this business. I feel like all of us who are working it are kind of in and out of this instead of fully in it, and that's fine if that's what you want to do, but I am here to run with you if you want to run, walk with you if you want to walk. You just have to let me know how I can help you. But if you want this business to do whatever for you when you set your goals, lots of you have set goals to be diamond and have yet to reach those, and that's okay. But if you stopped working towards that, then that's obviously never going to happen. So readjust your goals and set that date. I literally had to write a date down. And no, I did not meet my date when I first set it for Diamond. So I started in September of 2014, and I wanted to be Diamond. I don't even remember. I think I had set it for April the next year. And I did not reach it, but I wanted to be Diamond by the time July came for Summit, and you have to reach it by a certain deadline. It was in June, and I hit it the day of, like the day was the deadline. You know, and I worked for that, but I wanted to hit that goal, and then so I made it happen. And you guys can do that too. We're not always going to hit our goals right when we set them, but you never stop. You just keep going, and then, you know, hit it. So what I want y'all to do, I'm just going to go over some points. I can't stress enough how important the vital behaviors are, and we should all know these by heart. And for those of you who are new coaches, I've got several new coaches on here in our team. We've got Jennifer, Abigail, Jill, Rihanna. Every time I say your name wrong. I know you are not Rihanna. But for the vital behaviors, we have invite, which means we never stop inviting people. This is daily. We should be messaging people, talking to people in person, whatever the case may be. Always, always, always. Personal development. And we all probably have rolled our eyes at this. I know I was like, personal development. And you'll hear every coach. Sorry, I feel like this glaring light is on my face, which it is. But you'll hear every coach practically, even on all the wake-up calls, say how dumb they thought personal development was until they did it. I said the same thing. I probably didn't do it for the good first 4 or 5 months. If you're in our training that I put y'all in right away when you're a coach, we tell y'all to get the book Go Pro. And I did buy that, and I read it right away. But after that, I didn't do anything for probably 4 or 5 months. And then I started getting books that I felt would help me. And I'm still doing that. Like this right now, I'm reading the book called The 12-Week Year, how to get things done in 12 weeks that some people take a year to do. So I'm not done with it yet, but I really want to do that and put it to, you know, we can't just read these things and then not put it to use. It doesn't have to be, you know, personal development doesn't have to be about business. It could be whatever you're going through. But you will hear everyone say how much it changes you as a person, and it will change your business. Because if you need confidence, love yourself, you need better leadership skills, I don't know, whatever the case is, whatever maybe you're going through personally, you know, depression, anxiety, fear of doing what we do, fear of posting, what people might think, all those things. Once you build that stuff up inside of you and start doing those things, reading changes you, it changes your world. And I can't stress that enough. I've done that in my life when I've gone through really bad times in my life, whether it's reading the Bible. When I went through my divorce, I felt like I read 500 books on divorce and how to handle it and things like that. So total, you have to invest in yourself. That's what this is about. And literally you're changing from the inside out, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. So sorry, I get sidetracked. So our vital behaviors, invite, personal development, be proof the product works, which means you're working out every day, you're drinking your shake, you're making your meals, you're showing all of that on Facebook. And we've got to get better. It's not just about showing a picture, but then you should be explaining that. And I've got to get better at that too. Like, why do you love Shakeology? Not, hey, today I drank butterscotch Shakeology and it's good. But why do you drink it? What has it changed for you? It's going to feel like you're repeating yourself 8 million times, but that's the point. People need to hear, it's proven research that people need to hear things 8 or 9 times before it connects and they make a decision to do something. And you should be always having new eyes on your page. So you need to be posting. It doesn't matter if you just reword it, posting the same stuff all the time. Why do you work out? How does it make you feel? You didn't work out just to drop 5 pounds, but now it gives you energy. It helps you sleep better. It does this. It healed your back pain. Whatever it is, we should be talking about why we do it. Okay. And then the fourth recognition, we had a new one, is recognition. The fourth vital behavior is recognition. That is huge. I can't say it enough. This company recognizes us all the time, just like it gives us monthly gifts, recognizes you as you advance. They're always sending you gifts as you advance your business and do different things. They recognize you on stage at Summit for different things. Not that matters, but like for me, I'm very goal driven. So like I really wanted to walk across stage at Summit, it's not to brag, but it's just because that meant something to me. And I knew to do that, I had to get Success Club Legend, which means hitting Success Club 24 months in a row. So I made sure no matter what, I did that. And there were months that I did it at 12 o'clock at night on the last day of the month, but I made sure I did it because that's something that was a goal of mine, to walk across stage. So invest in yourself, personal development, go to these events, Summit, Super Saturday. Summit is huge. It takes a couple days away from your family. It costs some money. This is all a write-off. I can't tell you, Summit is amazing. Not only they go all out with their, I don't say production or whatever, but it's just a lot of fun. But it's a lot of mental training too, because you're listening to coaches and their tips and taking notes, but you see everyday people who are worse off than you. No one's better than you. They all treat you, everyone's helping each other. That's what I love about this business. I don't care if you are homeless or you're making $1 million now. Everyone helps each other. Get on team calls. This is how we learn. I know it can be a bit much sometimes, even if you can't get on live. Always listen to the recordings. You can totally do this whenever, driving down the car, quit listening to music and listen to that. It's definitely, I feel like gets in your head and your brain and helps you in times when you really need it and are struggling. And it's all, we're listening to people who have done this and made their dreams come true. So we should definitely be taking notes for them. Just like any top speaker, like if you listen to Darren Hardy or John Maxwell, Dave Ramsey, any person like that says, the more you're learning, the better. I totally lost my train of thought. But when you're always investing in yourself, those things are going to come out. You're going to do better in every area of life. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be better. You're going to believe in yourself that you can do it, all these things that you think you can't. And like, oh, they did it, but there's no way I can do it. Yes, you can. And I just made a post about that yesterday, about Danielle McKean, my coach. I never met her before in my life when I started this. She was in her 20s. There are so many people in their 20s who are killing this business, making 6-7 figures. Danielle and them were struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. There's one of the coaches, I can't even think of her name now, but they were literally almost homeless, and she came across this opportunity and just went all in and completely changed their future, where, they're well set off now. But when I started looking at them and like watching Danielle, like I didn't know her, but I knew she was no different than me. She was younger than me. There was no reason I couldn't do what she was doing. And she's the one who inspired me to just go all in and change it because she did it. And yeah, all our journeys are different. Some people do it really fast, some are slower. It just, we can't compare ours to theirs. Okay. Another touch on personal development. I know a lot of us have fears about maybe your past. I know I don't always like to talk about mine, and I'm definitely trying to get better about that, especially on social media, because people need to hear it, how we can help them and what we've gone through. Because I actually had a person tell me the other day, they sent me a message and they said, your life looks so perfect on Facebook. Well, it's not. And that is not what I want to portray. Yeah, most of my days are pretty good. They're not bad, but I definitely have bad times. It is not perfect. It's not always easy, but it is a little bit of my personality to just work no matter what's going on. Not work on this, but just if I'm having struggles, like, I don't know, just being a single mom or whatever, it gets to me, and, I might have my cries up in my room by myself, but it's just in my personality to just keep going. I have to change my mindset and keep going. And there will be days and weeks that I'm sad and depressed, and then eventually I snap out of it and I'm good to go. But we all have fears. We don't want to post about, goodness, excuse me. We don't want to post about certain things. We're worried about what people are going to think about us, what they might think about what we said, whatever. Gracious. Personal development helps greatly in getting past those fears. I was one of those, and I can honestly say now, I do not care what somebody thinks about what I post, especially when it comes to health and fitness and this business. If one person can save their life by changing their health and changing their future financially, I could care less what anyone else thinks about that post. I really, really, really have gotten in that mindset because, and I mean, you even hear this at church. I know we do. Who cares? I know I've said this on other calls, but literally in the grand scheme of things, who cares what somebody thinks? If you're doing the right thing, if you're posting the right things, they are not paying your bills. Most of the people we're friends with on Facebook, I don't know more than half of mine, because I friend tons of people. But most, even the friends we do know, we wouldn't even probably see them. The only reason we see them is because of Facebook. We don't even see them in our daily lives. So you've got to get past those fears, and personal development is also huge on helping that. So we should always wanting to be learning and getting better, and not even in this business, but just in life in general. Okay. And I get asked a lot too, what do I post? And you'll hear this also from a lot of coaches. There's something to post about every day of your life, and it's true. Share your ups, your downs. People love animals. Share your cat drank from the toilet or something. It doesn't matter. People love it. You're just engaging. Your Facebook is like your reality show, and we all have our different stories, and they're going to be attracted to you for what you post and what you share, what value you give. Maybe I love to cook, and I like to share lots of that. I like to do Pinterest projects. People, like I said, people love animals. People love you to ask their opinion. That's really huge. Who doesn't? Hey, do you like this outfit or this outfit? I want someone to ask me that too. We all like to give value to each other, and that makes people feel special too. And that is part of being a coach, is helping people and making them feel special, because they are. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw Kara's call that was on Monday for Diesel Nation, but she is very awesome and was just sharing her story on how she started. She was a well-known lawyer in Miami, and was, that was what she was going to do. And then she started working this part-time and realized how it can change her life. And I don't remember, I think after 2 or 3 years, she quit she just quit recently. But hold on, I'm sorry. I had written down some of her notes, but she quit her law practice and is just doing this full time. But she was talking about, she, in her second year of working the business, she made $27,000 her second year of working this business, working her business 1 to 2 hours a night. And that's what I do. I usually try to work at 2 hours a night. After, I've played with Paige, cooked supper, put her to bed, all that. Then I sit down and work my business and message people usually 4 to 5 nights a week. That's what I do. So she made $27,000, was building her team, building a team of coaches. This is not just selling challenge packs. And she got to thinking, she knows a lot of teachers. They make around that much money. And how are we sharing this opportunity, or are we just sharing the health part? Because they're both super, super important. How many people do you know that are struggling for money, or, like she was giving the example, teachers who make that, when even if nobody knows wants to quit their job, if you could work this 1 or 2 hours and make $27,000, isn't that worth it to share it with somebody else who really needs their life changed? And they could make, all our journeys are going to be different, and we might not make that in 2 years. But the point is, there are people who need this and can totally change their life, but we've got to be sharing it. Another thing we all have said, including myself, and people, I get this also from people all the time when I talk to them, either about the business or about working out, pretty much. I don't have time. I always hear that. I don't have time. And I want to say, and I do say, but I say it nicely, yes, you do. We all have 24 hours in the day. It's what you're doing with those, because if I really dove into your day, not everybody, but a good majority of the people I talk to come home at night and do their stuff, and they sit down and watch 2 or 3 hours of TV. So there we go. There's 30 minutes of that you could be working out, and then if you wanted to do the business part, you could work the business 30 minutes or an hour. It's totally up to you. That's why this is so flexible. But we all have the same amount of time. There are people way, way, way busier than I am. I look at Christina, for example. She was a mom of 2. She was a full-time lawyer. She would not get home till after 7 o'clock at night, and she still would work this business here and there all throughout the day. And at night, here she is, 6 years later, she's retired, she's a millionaire. So not to say that that's all going to happen for us in that amount of time, but the point is we all are super busy, and we all can do what we set our mind to do. There's one lady, I can't remember her name, but she's an ER doctor, and she works this business. And I've listened to her story before. I think she actually makes more doing this now than she does as a doctor. But I mean, she has no intentions of quitting being a doctor, because she loves it. But it just proves that doctors are crazy busy, and she still works this because she loves to help people. And that's the point. No matter what your life is like, people, there are people who just want things more, and so they go after it. And that is how you can see how they prioritize their day, because they cut things out, they sacrifice now so they can live how they want to later. And I've always remembered that I went to a Dave Ramsey class, because he preaches and preaches that. Live like nobody now so you can live like nobody later. And it's totally true. I know I've told y'all before that I do not watch TV. I haven't watched it in over 2 years. Yeah, I watch some shows here and there, like we'll watch a movie, a couple times a month or something. But I used to come home before I did this, I would come home, I would do all my stuff, and then when Paige was in bed, I would sit on the couch and watch like 2 hours of TV, just like most people do. And not that there's things wrong with that, but when I realized that was not getting me what I wanted in life, that was not doing anything for me personally, physically, mentally, I knew that is something I could cut out of my life and not care. It was not going to affect me. So that's just one thing I did. Don't overthink this business. It's really, really simple. I feel like we all tend to overthink it and make it harder than it is. We share what we do. We work our business. We help people, and then we just repeat it. Same thing with their health journey or their business coaching. Share what you do, help them do it, work it over and over, all those things. And just to recap and go over all those things that we should be doing if we want to reach our goals, whatever that may be. If you have big dreams, small dreams, whatever they are, they're still your dreams and they should matter to you and your family. So why go slow? I can't tell you enough. The first 4 months, I didn't really work this because, I did work it, but I didn't work it like I am now, because I didn't see the potential that I could have and what I could accomplish in my life if I was go at it. So that was 4 months that I wish I could get back. But why go slow to build your dreams? We are not going to be here on earth forever. So if you could have your dreams, certain dreams that you have wanted in 5 years, why drag that out to 20 years or, whatever the case may be? These are your dreams. So why not push and make them happen? So I hope some of that helps us all kind of light a fire under us. I know I need that a lot of times because, this can get monotonous. You're like, oh, I really don't want to do this tonight. But if you're looking at the bigger picture, we all need to open our eyes and just look at what matters to us, look at our family, look at whatever the case may be, your job, your family, your future plans, your parents, whatever, and just go for it. There's no reason not to. The time is going to pass anyways. I love that post that I know several of us have made before, but it's amazing that people will work 40 years for something and be okay with it when you could work hard for maybe 5 or 10 years and get, I forget how the post goes, but why settle for mediocre for 40, 50 years working a job when you could work this now and bust your butt for 5 or 10 years and then enjoy your life with your family? To me, that's what it's all about, being there for my family as much as I can, and taking care of my parents and things like that. Okay. It's 9:31. I did it. So I will post this recording in our team page for those of you who couldn't get on. And if you have any questions about anything, you want my help for talking to people, messaging them, whatever the case may be, just leave your comments under the video. And have a good night, everyone.